Thanks for staying with us. Back in Ukraine, more than 1,300 people were detained across Russia for participating in nationwide anti-war protests. According to a monitoring group, some were directly conscripted into the military after President Vladimir Putin announced a partial mobilization of citizens for his invasion of Ukraine. Police cracked down on demonstrators as they attempted to contain a crowd chanting "No mobilization" in Moscow. We have more details in this report.
Ukraine wants peace. Europe wants peace. The world.
President Vladimir Putin's decision to call up 300,000 reservists to throw their weight into the war in Ukraine is not at the moment going down well with some citizens. It has prompted some protests in Russia and a spike in demand for plane tickets abroad. It is the first such mobilization agenda since the Second World War. Amid the rising tension, Ukraine and Russia have carried out an unexpected prisoner exchange, the largest since the war started. Russia freed 215 prisoners of war, including the commanders of the Azov battalion. For weeks, they led the resistance in the city of Mariupol, holed up in the bunkers and tunnels of the giant Azovstal steelworks, and are seen as heroes in Ukraine. 10 foreigners captured in Ukraine were also freed. In return, Ukraine sent back 55 Russian fighters and the pro-Russian Ukrainian politician Viktor Medvedchuk, who was facing treason charges. Meanwhile, the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has told world leaders at the United Nations General Assembly that a crime has been committed against his country and Russia deserves just punishment for those crimes. Addressing member states, President Zelensky said the crime was committed against the lives of the Ukrainian people. The crime was committed against the dignity of women and men. The crime was committed against the values of the United Nations as community.
The crime was committed against our state borders. The crime was committed against the lives of our people. The crime was committed against the dignity of our women and men. The crime was committed against the values that make you and me a community of the United Nations.
According to the head of state, Ukraine wants peace, Europe wants peace, and the world wants peace. President Zelensky added that a special tribunal should be created to punish Russia. According to him, it will serve as a signal to all would-be aggressors that they must value peace or be brought to responsibility by the world. He also informed that his government has prepared precise steps to establish such tribunal and they will be presented to all member states.
A special tribunal should be created to punish Russia for the crime of aggression against our state. This will become signal to all would-be aggressors that they must value peace or be brought to responsibility by the world. We have prepared precise steps to establish such tribunal. They will be presented to all states.
President Zelensky criticized nations that have neutral positions at times when human lives, values, and peace were under attack.